obviously, like, I just come back from Cyprus. I flew back on Friday. 2.5 hour delay. Oh, whoa. Right, so first things first. My mate was coming out with me, but he was coming out a day later.
Yeah.
Flying to Manchester, right? Obviously. And bearing in mind, I can't recall the last time I've had a delay going out to Cyprus, and I've been going there for like 14 years. Like, EasyJet have just been so efficient. And the one time he flies, he messages me and he's like, oh, flight's early. I'm just like, sick, like, cause I'm having to go pick him up, and the flight don't land till about 11. So I'm like, oh, sick.
At
like,
night?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, chill, like, sweet. I'm like watching the Champions League football means I can just go straight to, because of the time difference, Champions League's at like 9 a.m. Not 9 a.m., 9 p.m. So I can just drive straight to the airport after the final whistle. And then he messages me and he goes, yeah, flight's delayed by 40 minutes. I was like, oh, fair enough. But then he goes, yeah, there's a mechanical issue with the plane, and we're having to switch planes. Which in my head I'm like, well, they've got a spare plane. Somehow they've got a spare plane. Yeah. That sounds like you wouldn't tell them if they're going to switch in plane if you've not got a plane.
Yeah.
And then he messages me about 20 minutes later. Goes, turns out it's not a plane. So our flight's delayed indefinitely, and I'm just like, because the thing with Cyprus as well is Cyprus is always at the end of the days. I think we were discussing with Alex in a podcast that hasn't been released yet because I've not got around to editing it.
Yeah.
But Cyprus, because it's such a long haul flight, it's 4 hours, 5 hours.
For short haul.
Well, it's technically medium haul.
Yeah.
It's that long. So they always whack it at the end of the day, so they can get to like Malaga, like the 2 hour hops quickly, and then they can put someone on that on the flight out there.
Yeah.
So, but the flight he was getting on, so when they go out, they have to collect everyone. Obviously, it's a two-way thing. They always come back. So there's people in Paphos airport at that point who just sat waiting, and they have to get them because, well, I don't know what they do, like, because it's such a busy route. I don't know what they do. Like, I guess they could cancel it, but then they're getting a bad rep.
Yeah.
So,
surely they charter a different airline to pick
well,
them up.
I think that's what's happened. I can't remember, but anyway, yes, he goes, oh, flight's delayed indefinitely, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm sat here at like, I think it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm just like, oh my god. Anyway, eventually they get a plane. The plane parks up outside, and he goes to me, sweet, we're getting on plane. Less than 5 minutes later, he goes, there's no crew, there's no pilots. I was like, mate, I was just like, of all this time when they try to find a plane, surely they've got a crew on standby, surely. Anyway, so
I wonder how it works. I wonder if it's like, do you know when you go to school, if the teacher don't turn up in 15 minutes, you can leave?
I think it is. I think the crew turn up. But I wonder if that day, the crew have to turn up to the airport, and I'm pretty sure they just sat around in crew or whatever, there for a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But, I mean, the other thing I can think of is they've had a few flights delayed, where the standby crew actually had to go into another aircraft earlier on. So there's no actual standby crew. Anyway.
Oh, God.
So... Come whatever time it was, he goes finally got a crew. But this is at like, he's taken off at about 9 o'clock UK time, and it's a 4 hour flight, so you can do the maths, the 2 hour time difference. So he doesn't land until 2 a.m.
Oh god.
But I've obviously had to go get him. It's fine for him because he can sleep, because I'm driving, he can sleep, he can have beers, he can do other. The only issue he had was to get some sleep because we were teeing off at 8 a.m. the next morning. So he lands, and then he finally get in car at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and he goes, I've been doing some research on what, and he goes, should get about 350 quid for that. And I went, what do you mean? He goes, in compensation, because it was over 3 hours delayed. And I was like, you're kidding me, man. You are kidding me. And then, lo and behold, goes and gets 350 quid. Easiest money he's ever made in his life, man.
Well, it's not. He hasn't made the money. He's just got.
He got on the flight, and he just got 350 quid in compensation.
Oh, he got on the flight, didn't he?
Yeah, he's insane. Surely I'm due a bit of that money, having to wait up till 2 a.m.
Bloody hell.
It's a right little maker, honestly. So it's obviously when I was coming back, a really long way around the story. When I was coming back, I was like, oh, come on, just be delayed. Come on, I can do it 300 quid in my bank account.
350 quid.
Because at this point, like, I'm depleted. My bank account's depleted after 10 days of playing golf, honestly. But yeah, I was anyway, landed 2 a.m. here, which was a bit of a nightmare, but it's alright. So yeah, fun. Cyprus was fun.